it's Hermitcraft time, and today we're starting things off at my new gold farm that we built in the previous episode of Hermitcraft, and I have to say I'm incredibly proud of this thing because it's relatively simple, it's ridiculously efficient, and it doesn't use any crazy redstone contraptions, or it doesn't abuse any bugs or anything like that. This is pure game mechanics. I aggro a pigman, they all start running towards me, and I kill them with a sword. I mean, this is going to exist in the game forever. That is literally the game mechanic. The only thing that could possibly break this thing is if Mojang decides that no one can build things above the nether. Which would... Oh, I hadn't even thought about that. Now I'm scared. Great, I've just ruined my own day. What am I doing? No, seriously, what am I doing? Like, what is this episode going to be about? Well, right now, underneath here, our storage system... It's not doing so great. It's not a particularly high-tech system. I mean, look at this. We've just got 3 hoppers underneath the honey blocks running into 3 double chests. And they get filled up instantly, as you can see. I mean, we've got plenty of golden nuggets, but also just... It's getting filled. So, I think we need to set up some form of way to get these items out from this area somehow and get them down into a storage system. And that may be harder than it sounds. So I thought it would probably be smart if I actually designed this in the redstone testing world version of this farm, just because if I tried to build it on the Hermitcraft server, it would likely be a massive mess. But I've got myself sorted now with like a plate of hoppers. And I think on top of these, we're going to run hopper minecarts. So there'll be hopper minecarts there. They'll pick up the items quickly and disperse them into these 6 droppers here. And those droppers will drop out the items into a centralized storage system. Now, the nether is a bit of a unique problem when it comes to transporting items, because obviously, usually we just use water streams to get all of the items to come in together, but we can't do that in the nether, so instead we have to make use of slime block bouncers and pistons and things like that to basically push all the items around. Right, I'm hoping that this should all work. This monstrosity focuses all of the items down onto this one block, and then we can bounce them around into an actual sorting system. And after doing some pretty serious testing, everything seems to be working quite nicely. So I've been swinging my sword for quite some time here. I've been keeping an eye on the hopper minecarts, and they are not overfilling, which is fantastic. And if we pop down underneath, you can see all of the items are just funneling down into the middle. And it's just a fantastic looking redstone contraption, isn't it? And that is... yeah, that's quite intense. Right, let's get to work on building it on the Hermitcraft server. I've just spent a bunch of time gathering up all the resources I'm going to need to actually construct this thing and kind of refilling my redstone shulker box. I'm hoping that that should be enough. I mean, it's inevitable that I'm going to have forgotten something. And we haven't exactly gotten off to the best of starts because the first thing that I've done is actually built this in completely the wrong area. So that's not brilliant. But now we have all of the hoppers and the droppers in place, and they have all of their redstone circuits connected to them. So if I throw in, say, some zombie flesh in here... yeah, okay, that's being dropped out. And that all seems to be working. I'm just trying to think, where do my minecarts go? I guess they run along this line here, because we need the hopper minecarts to go between these 2 hoppers so that they can still pick up all the items on the honey blocks, but then they actually drop them into both sets of hoppers to speed up the dispersion of the items. Because if we didn't do that, then this thing would overflow instantly. And after a lot of hassle and me losing a lot of minecarts off the edge, I think they should all be in place. I'm hoping they still should be able to pick up the items that fall on the edges of this block, like up at the top here. I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one. But now I'm working on the item pushing systems and how we're going to be bouncing these items and funneling all of the items down into the middle. And I have to say, building this in survival mode is a lot more frustrating than building things in creative mode. You know, creative mode, you can fly around, you can get all the angles and things. I'm using all the scaffolding in the world to try and get the angles on this, and I still don't have enough. I think I've just about sussed it, and I think this system could now be ready to work. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Look at this thing. This is the most cluttered looking redstone contraption I think I've ever made. Like, this is so much for my eyes to try and take in, because there's so many like compound textures of the glass and then the iron bars and stuff. I don't know if it's all there. I don't even know how the items are going to make it to this block, but I hope they do. I literally put my hand to my heart as I was saying that, because I'm like willing this into existence. Because if they don't go there, I honestly don't know how I'm going to fix it. Like, I'll probably just have to start again, I would have thought. I guess let's not fanny about. Let's just... I mean, it's really a trial by fire, this thing. There's no way to kind of half test it. You either have 100 pigmen running through it or none at all. So, let's see. Everything seems to be working up at the top. I'm not seeing any items lying around. I've just logged in with my camera account to see if the items are actually being funneled. And it looks like they all are. I can't see any getting stuck, which is absolutely excellent news. It's not very often that a redstone contraption works first time, so that made me very happy. Right, I guess the next phase is to get these items here, which there are... That's an awful lot of items. We need to get these items here into some form of storage system using slime blocks. Do you know how stressful it is trying to do redstone with just the hustle and bustle of zombie pigmen trying to kill you above you? I mean, look at this. In my head, this system here works perfectly. So items fall down, get pushed across, then get pushed across along this line. We'll have hoppers underneath these slabs right here, so all of the items will be picked up. Now, things that work in my head don't always work in real life, so let's see. So we're back on the camera account once again. And that is looking pretty perfect, to be honest with you. That's gone like a million times better than I was expecting it to. Next part of the process is to get the sorting system all hooked up. So I've got the redstone in place, and we're going to have 6 modules to this thing. We've got 4 modules dedicated to the golden nuggets, because there's, I think, 22,000 golden nuggets per hour coming out of this thing, which is quite a lot. So we need quite a few slots dedicated to that. We then have 2 slots for the golden ingots, so they can flow in, and then everything else is just going to go into lava, because it's golden swords, don't really care too much about those, and then also obviously the rotten flesh, which I really don't care about. Progress is coming along together nicely though. In the previous episode of Hermitcraft, I asked all of you what you would like to see in the next Minecraft update, and a lot of people said the cave update, and I kind of expected this, and I always wonder with the cave update, are people saying that just because that's a popular thing to say? Or do people actually want a cave update? Because I personally, there's so many other updates that I would like before a cave update. Like an inventory update would be nice. Having some way to have more slots in my inventory would be great. Because I'm back and forth between the space all the time, just clearing out all the junk that I pick up. You know, and obviously I'm biased. I wouldn't mind some redstone changes too. So seriously, without the cave update, no more cave update, what sort of things would you like to see introduced into Minecraft? Also, why is there a parrot up here? There seems to be odd heads just appearing in my face. I don't fully understand. Like, first the Mumbo head. The Mumbo head in the corner was sinister, but now there's a parrot? Who's doing this? And actually, on the topic of who's doing this, who at Mojang made it so that this block right here, look at it, right? This block, you break with an axe. What planet are we living on here? What planet are we living on? So my little storage system is now all completed. It looks very pathetic at this point in time. I mean, oh goodness me. Clearly even my Minecraft character was like, yeah, this is pathetic. I'm embarrassed. I don't want to be here. But yeah, here it is. It's looking, well, you know, it's looking small but powerful, okay? And I'm thinking we go for like a black and gold theme with this area, because obviously we need to make sure that everything is mob-proofed. So I'm going to take the Iskall route of just gold plating everything, because it looks cool, doesn't it? But actually, on the topic of Iskall, there's something that we really need to do. You see, with the mayoral race and everything, you know, really hyping up in that department, and both of us being quite busy with our mayoral campaigns. Obviously, he was running Stress's campaign, and then I was doing my sort of campaign type thing. We forgot about something. We forgot about something incredibly important. I think it's time. Iskall, are you in your tree? I mean, I can see that he's online right now. I'm hoping he's somewhere up there, just because that will make my life a lot more entertaining. But he has so many things going on. You know, he's got his industrial district, he's got his gold farm, he's got the stuff that he has in the shopping district, so he could be anywhere. But he has been doing... yes. All right. Okay. There he is. That's him. Okay. Okay, if I can sweep in, he's right on the edge. If I can sweep in and perform a knock. Yes! Oh, well, that hasn't gone well. That's not how I planned on writing that out. That's me trying to type fast while talking. I've summoned you here today, okay, to do some Hermit Challenges action. Now we're missing
Hermit Challenges.
Exactly. It's been so long, okay, that I've even forgotten the catchphrases of Hermit Challenges, and I almost forgot to go Hermit Challenges. No,
yeah,
I
your
used to say
spelling
it.
was awful.
Well,
dude.
no, that's because I was flying, dude, and I was like,
Okay.
I press shift from my thumb, you know this, but I also type only with my thumbs as well. So
You're a weird character. You're a weird mustache man. Yes.
yeah, I was just like frantically trying to use my keyboard and my mouse and not fall off my chair at the same time. It was extremely stressful, but I managed to make it work. You got the picture. It kind of said Hermit Challenges. You're here, Hermit Challenges. Stress isn't here though.
She is not here. No, she got challenged to run for mayor and then lost it and ran away. I haven't seen.
She ran for mayor, then ran away. She just kept running.
Maybe we should go look for her. I haven't seen her in a while.
Well, I guess. Have you completed your challenge? You've.
Yeah. Well, I reversed it back on you. You have to do it with diorite.
Yeah, smash the bell then. Give the bell a good smashing. Good.
Yep.
And then I built the chariot.
Yep.
Yeah, with the bird poo, with the diorite, a beautiful build, and everything like that. And obviously, Stress ran for mayor. That was all good, so we can hit the bell for her as well.
Yep.
Are we meant
Not a single light?
No.
Are you serious?
No, we're meant to be pressing the button, weren't we? We forgot.
Yeah, we are.
Oh no,
didn't we?
No, I was pressing the bell.
I was pressing the button. There we go. Okay, there we go.
There we go. Sorry,
Nice.
Okay, I know I'm meant to be like the lord of Hermit Challenges, all right? But I'm a bit rusty. Okay, I'm a tiny bit rusty on my Hermit Challenges.
Right, so are we done then? I can go back to building my tree because I've been working on that for 2 days. I feel like I'm so close in finishing it.
Yeah, no. This is it. This is
all right. Cool.
No. What? No, you don't fly away from me, mister. You don't fly. Only I'm allowed to fly away unannounced from this place, all right?
Oh, okay.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Get your little boots back down on the ground right now. Okay? Not in the fire, preferably.
That was a perfect landing.
All right. Well, I thought we could just, because it's been so long, we could do like I'm calling it a 2PC, a 2-part challenge, baboosh, sequel, as it's like the end credits roll and then sequel starts. Shush. New challenge. 2PC, 2-part challenge. I mean, do you have any paper?
So we do, there's paper, not there. What do you think this is? This is Hermit Challenges. There will be paper here.
Of course. Yeah. I should have known.
Yeah. Okay. Please don't be place 100,000 blocks or anything like that.
Yeah, just press the button, you'll find out.
All right, Hermit Challenges, initiation. This says, get my suit back!
I mean...
Thanks for shouting.
It's a command. it's a command. Look at me. You took the mick out of me as you turned up, calling me a beauty queen. And I know I'm always a beauty queen, okay? But I kind of need the suit back.
So now I have to track down Stress, I suppose.
Yeah, no, I suppose...
Get the suit.
Yeah.
And then somehow... Okay, yep.
Yeah, and then I have to play one episode in pirate language.
Yes.
I'd forgotten that was a thing in the game.
I want you to actually read out the items as well, like nether react or whatever.
Okay, so I have to go all out.
Yeah,
okay,
you can't just have it on. You gotta go all
I have to fully
out.
commit. Okay, so I can't. Okay, all out.
I also want to say this is the most requested thing for Hermit Challenges ever. Okay.
Right. Okay.
This is what the viewers they have asked me to do this. So there you go.
Okay.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see that.
All right. Okay. We throwing it in the fire. Throwing it in the flames.
Throw it in the fire. Commit to it. And Hermit Challenges.
Oh my goodness.
Get back to my tree.
I can't believe you are now flying off unannounced. That's
yes. Well, I announced it. I just said Hermit Challenges.
It's true. No, you might be the new lord. Well, I think it's safe to say that was a pretty big success. I'm going to get my suit back, I'm going to be looking handsome again, and all I have to do is do a full episode in pirate language, which is definitely going to be interesting. Now, in the previous episode of Hermitcraft, I embarrassed myself a little bit, didn't I? I was mining basalt, and I said, out loud, to millions of people, there must be some better way of getting basalt, completely forgetting that I have done 2 videos on self-building basalt bridge builders. You can generate the stuff. What was I thinking? How could I have forgotten that? It's a really cool game mechanic that I've made use of multiple times. And I forgot about it. And you all laughed at me. Everybody laughed at me. People were laughing at me on Twitter. I tweeted about it. Sometimes when you're making YouTube videos and just going through life in general, the most obvious thing you completely forget about. You just completely forget it. And you embarrass yourself in front of everyone. And that was definitely one of those cases. I apologise to everyone. I'm a total moron. Anyway, I'm out here to gather up a little bit of extra blackstone, which as far as I know, you can't actually generate. So I'm getting some of that. I'm also going to gather up some basalt while I'm here because I don't have a basalt generator yet, but we will be adding one of those into the industrial district. I'm fine. Everything's fine. It's all good. It's fine. Now, I can't remember if I mentioned this earlier on in the episode, but I plan on building up some form of auto-crafter for my golden ingots. And after looking into the maths a little bit, I've decided to expand my storage system because if I have 9 sets of 5 double chests, that's 45 double chests, which means that if we craft up all of the golden ingots to fill this thing up, okay, it's fully filled up. If we craft all of them, that means we're going to have 5 double chests of golden ingots, which is a lot. That's a ton. I mean, that's going to get us loads of resources from trading with the piglins. And I've got to say, I'm pretty happy that I decided to expand this thing because it was looking pretty pathetic, wasn't it? You know, I've spent a lot of hours on this thing. This build has taken absolutely ages. And having like 4 rows of chests, it just wasn't cutting the mustard. The autocrafter is now fully completed. It's ready to work. But there is one thing. There's one little detail that I really want to add in. I want a way to pick up the chests because when we break the chests, occasionally they can end up in my inventory and that messes with the system of me autocrafting. So it'd be cool if we had some way to pick them up. And I think I have an idea of how I can do it. Oh, and don't worry, I'm going to explain how to autocraft in a little bit. I do this every single time I craft up minecart rails. I don't think there's ever been a time where I've crafted the appropriate number of minecart rails. Anyway, here's my plan of action. I'm going to make a little minecart rail underneath my auto-crafting system, and when I break all of the chests and all the items fall on the floor, which will mainly be golden nuggets, I'm going to send a little hopper minecart in underneath that's filled up with chests, so it can't accept any other item, and it's going to pick up the chests, but should leave behind all of the golden nuggets. That is the plan in theory. Let's see if it actually works. So here we have a chest. It has items in it. I'm going to break the chests, and the items have popped out on the floor. There's chests all over the place. You know, it's a real mess. So I'm going to send in this hopper minecart here. We should see that those items, they'll stay in place, but the chests will be picked up. Genius. Brings a tear to the eye, that does. Now I'm thinking, because of course we're going to be transporting a lot of golden nuggets from this place, I think it would probably be smart to have some form of shulker box storage in this area because, I mean, what is... So 5 double chests of golden ingots is going to be 10 double chests. That's 10 shulker boxes. Okay. And how much space do we have here? 4? So we can actually create like a wall of shulker boxes that will look good. Looking back at that clip, I'm not 100% certain it actually made sense. You know, that was some like rambly maths. It's like we need 5 and then 10. And we have 4, so wall of shulker boxes, yeah. Oh, and if you're wondering why I was gathering up all of those dandelions, it's because I thought it would look a lot cooler if we had all of the shulker boxes being yellow so that we could match it up with our gold theme. And I was right. That looks awesome. I want as much gold as possible in this build. Alright, and everybody's just logged off. So I feel like this is the perfect opportunity to just go to town and just get as much gold as possible. It is so fast, it is so loud, and it is so satisfying. I definitely have more than enough gold now, but I'm level 90, and I can't be level 90 without going to level 100. So I'm going to just stay here and keep swinging because it's too fun. No, my luck, I'm probably going to die now. I was there for probably about 10 minutes, and in that time we got well over 1 double chest of golden nuggets. I mean... that is quick. This room is the biggest flex I've ever seen in my life. Look at it. There's gold everywhere. Gold pressure plates everywhere. There's gold in the walls. You know, I wish I had used gold blocks for the redstone. I mean, I wish I'd made this whole platform out of gold. Can you imagine? It is quite something. Now, just to answer a few questions, if you're wondering why I've got this giant hole in the wall, that's because I want to be able to fly in. This is the direction I fly out to my base, so I want to be able to easily come in and out. And then if you're wondering why I don't have a roof, it's because I like being able to see this mechanism. You know, there's something satisfying about being able to see the pigmen, see all of the redstone and things. I spent hours on that. You know, I don't want to cover it up. I want to be able to see it. Now, I promised earlier in the episode that I would explain how auto-crafting works, so I'm quickly going to do a demonstration. Step number 1 is to fill up your inventory with the thing that you want to be crafting, but then you want to make sure to leave the first slot or one of the slots in your hotbar free. Then you go up to the line of chests that is filled up with items, you break those chests, and all of the items will explode onto the floor, which is fantastic. Now, these chests... you know, we don't want those, so I'm going to hit this button right here. That's going to send our hopper minecart across. That's going to clear up that situation. So it is only golden nuggets in the area. And then I can just walk across and I can press 1, like this. So I'm doing that. Autocraft. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Autocraft. 1. Autocraft. I mean, it works better with a larger number of items. I only had 2 rows of golden nuggets, but you can see how quick this is. With a large number of items, it's just so much faster than having to do all of the shift clicking and moving about and things like that. With that being said, now that we have the new crafting book, that could actually be faster, but the system would still stay the same. I'd just have 9 slots open in my hotbar. I'd pick up a full 9 slots of golden nuggets, and I'd just go craft, craft, craft. Yeah, that would be quick. That would be really, really quick. So, with our gold farm and our auto crafter all now fully functional, let's head over to the piglin trader. Now, I was reading through the comments on the previous episode, as I always do, and a lot of people were talking about this room, saying that it looks good, they really like the design, but there are a few people mentioning my use of the soul soil lanterns. It turns out there's a game mechanic that I totally was not aware of. Those soul soil lanterns, they're actually scary for piglins. Like, piglins are afraid of them. They run away from them. I did not know about this. And I've placed them like 3 blocks above my piglins, which is why they're making so much noise. And I did wonder, you know, after I'd placed them, I was like, I swear it's gotten noisier in here. But I kind of brushed it off. Yeah, it turns out that I'm absolutely terrifying these guys permanently. Is that cruel? I mean, it definitely feels a little bit cruel, but also, you know, it is quite funny as well. Hopefully it doesn't have any kind of effect on the efficiency. Obviously, if it does, then I'll have to remove them. But anyway, this system should now all be working. These guys, they seem to be holding gold. Let's see. Yep, they're throwing out the items. They're picking up their gold. It's all looking good. Oh, I need to remove some of the redstone blocks. I've just realized some of these hoppers are locked. That would have been super embarrassing if everything had just despawned by sitting on the hoppers. I'm honestly amazed by how many resources we managed to get in such a short space of time. Like, just, I think that was nearly 3 stacks of gold. Gets us almost 2 stacks of quartz. We have a whole bunch of leather, which is just the best news in the world. We've got crying obsidian. We've got actual obsidian. I mean, this is nuts. And all the gravel. This is honestly insane. Now, I'd love to say that it went perfectly smoothly, but it didn't on the design front. You see, it doesn't actually work. I kind of forgot the golden rule of hoppers. You don't try and take a comparator output from a hopper that has a hopper underneath it, because sometimes you'll get a comparator output, other times you just won't. And as you can see, yeah, that's clearly a rule that we've broken here, so I'm going to have to do some finagling. I'm honestly not sure what I'm going to do. Maybe just shift all of them across? It's going to mess with the feng shui of my room, though. I have come up with a slightly bootleg solution. It actually looks a lot better. Like, seeing the front of their chests just really improves the look of this place. But, of course, it has half the size of our storage system because I've kind of moved all of the hoppers forward. Now, I'll have to wait and see if that's an issue, how many items are coming out the farm and everything like that. If it's overflowing, then obviously we're going to have to do some serious reworking back there, but for the time being, we're all good. So to summarize, we're getting our suit back. That's number 1. Number 2 is that we now have a working gold farm with all of the items being moved down into a centralized storage system. We have an auto gold crafting system as well, so we've got all of that set up. Our piglin trader is now working. We've managed to get a decent chunk of gold in today's episode and also a decent chunk of piglin trades. I mean, it's gone pretty well. It's gone really, really well. But unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. It's now time to wrap things up. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya. It is just 1 week until my air conditioning gets installed. You know, it's currently 28 degrees in my office. That is the coolest it has been all week. It's been so hot. 28 degrees, I'm actually used to it now. Like, that feels normal. You know, I feel totally fine at this point in time. But we have reached highs of 36 degrees Celsius. 36. I can't wait.